Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Blankenship Outdoors, first of many. Today we're just going to go through the little bit of things I have for my bass fishing collection. We'll be going over a couple of my reels, my setup, what I like to take, what I keep with me in my waterproof backpack. Mostly things that I use on my kayak, different places, at ponds, rivers, Artie Valley Lake, Stevens Lake, places like that. So let's get started with the fishing reels. The first one I have is a Lose. It is a Lose Xfinity. It's a bait caster. I mean, you can get it. I got this one at Walmart. Really, I got it for $90. Got the whole combo. I have 12-pound test fluorocarbon line on it. It is a 7 to 5 to 1 ratio. It's on pretty sure it's a 6-foot rod, 6-foot 10-inch rod. I've used it quite a lot since I've had it. I've had it around a month. And altogether, I'm really pleased with the reel and rod. It's the perfect rod for any kind of, if you use soft plastics or if you're using crankbaits, jigging, stuff of that nature. It is a medium heavy rod, so I mean it's kind of stiff. What I got on it is a Whopper Plopper. It's the 90. I mean, it's all around. It's a really good combo to use. I like using it. It's got a good hookup ratio. Mostly, this is probably my favorite reel to use. In any situation, I would not hesitate at all to pick up this reel. Our next reel it's an Ozark Trail. It is a 6-foot 6-inch medium rod with a spinning reel on it. It's the Throttle 20. It's 11 ball bearing. I'm not for sure what the ratio is on it, to be honest. But this is actually a nice reel for jerk baits and such, or if you're going to wacky rig and use soft plastics, that it does good with that too. It's actually not that bad. I mean, you would actually be surprised with the way it feels, the sensitivity, the retrieve on it. I mean, like the first reel, it's got a really nice hook set ratio. I've got, I think it's 20-pound test on this one. It's also fluorocarbon. And I mean, you can tell I've got a little silver pin minnow on here. It's a Yozuri, and I'm not sure what the color is on it, but as far as river fishing goes, you can't beat it. I mean, there's something about that pin minnow, the silver with the olive back. My next one is a Sonora by Shimano. It's the 2500 FA, and I have it on a Shakespeare excursion rod, graphite rod. It's a 6-foot rod. I've got 12-pound test on it. This one I keep rigged for Texas rigging. About anything, crawls, worms, lizards, stuff of that nature. It's a medium rod, so it's kind of got a little more give than I like in the rod. But as far as using it on a kayak or something, it's really nice to use. It's easy. You ain't got to worry about if you're too close and there's tree limbs hanging over the bank, or if you just got it sitting in your kayak and it's sticking up, it don't grab branches as you go by. I mean, that's just one of the many good reasons about having such a short rod, especially kayaking in the river. All in all, this is a nice setup. I've caught a lot of fish on this setup. The fourth and last rod and reel combo, the way I've got it set up, it is a Quantum, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a Rick Clum Signature Series from Bass Pro Shops. I'm not sure. I've had this reel a long time. This is actually a Quantum rod, and it is a 6'6" medium heavy rod. It's actually it's actually a little stiffer than the Xfinity rod that I showed you first. And the way I've got this one set up, I really like it where the rod is so stiff. I mean, you could probably tell as I brought it around to sit down, I use it to crankbait fish with. As I'm crankbaiting, using a crankbait or something of that nature, something a deep diver, I like having a stiffer rod so that when you do hook up into a fish, I just don't like the play of having a softer or a more limber rod in the hookup. Now we're gonna get to my tackle, which this is just what I keep with me. And of course, I'm just getting started. My collection is going to grow. I'm going to get better at it. First off, this is really a biggie. I actually picked this up at Walmart, and it's got all the essential hooks and sinkers, drop shot sinkers. It's got wacky rig sinkers. It's got Texas rig sinkers. It's got swivels, the beads if you want to use that. It's got the swim bait hooks and such. Let you look at it a little closer. I have took a few things out of it where I've used it already. It's a nice pack to really pick up. It's worth what you pay for it. Because you've got to have hooks and such to fish with. And the first box, what I've got in my first box here, is top water and some jerk baits. I am a jerk bait fan. There's no need to. And who wouldn't? Who don't like throwing a jerk bait? There's nothing like bringing that jerkbait through, down the strike zone, down the bank, and having a fish absolutely just kill it. I mean, there's no other feeling like it. This first one, we'll start it here. It's a Rapala X-Wrap. It's a Fire Tiger. It's a number 10. It's the jerkbait. It runs 4 feet to 6 feet deep, which I have in a lot of the X-Wrap series. The next one is also a 10. It's the olive green. Here we've got the silver and black. I mean, all these is, so far, it's just the size 10 in the X-Wraps. And we've got this one. I've actually not got to throw this one yet. This one's kind of new to me, really. It does have good rattles in it though, which all of them do, but this one, for some reason, has got a little stronger rattles in it than most. We've got the bubble gum. Bass in the river, especially in the river, love this bubble gum color. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, it's kind of transparent through the center, but I had one. It was I believe it was a 6, and I did use it quite a lot in the river, and they like it. This one out here is the Glass Ghost, also in a 10. I told you I'm a big X-Wrap fan. I like them a lot. This is the Cutter 110 by Berkley. It runs, I forget, I think it runs closer to 10 feet, 8 to 10 feet. Maybe a little deeper than that. I've not got to use this one yet, but I am looking forward to it. Because I have seen a lot of videos, a lot of people using this jerkbait, and they do catch, I mean, I've seen a lot of fish caught on this jerkbait. And then I've got some 6s here of the Bleeding Clowns. I actually have a 10 of the Bleeding Clown. I don't know what it is about this Bleeding Clown color, but fish love it. Then I've also got one of the Hot Steel, if I can get it out of here. It is a size 6. It don't run but like 3 to 5 feet deep, but bass do like this color. More of the pond fish, pond bass and such, like this color. And then I got the if I can get it out of here. I forget exactly what this is called. I'd have to get back to you on that. But this one, I don't normally throw this one unless there's stain, unless the water's stained or if it's muddy. Really, I mean, that's about the only time I've really ever threw it, but it does, I mean, it does awesome in the stained water. And then I've got a 6 in the Rainbow Trout. X-Rat. And then I've got a, I'm pretty sure this is a Spro. I'm not sure what the size is or what this silver color is or what it's called. And again, guys, you'll have to overlook me. I am new at this, just getting started. So if you want to try to help me out a little bit, leave comments in the description. Let me know kindly what I've done wrong or what else you would like to hear. There will be more videos, like there'll be actual fishing videos of me, me and the whole Blankenship Outdoors team catching fish and doing hunting videos and such. This is a Pop R. I'm pretty sure this was the not a sexy shad, but it was close to it. And I mean, this is fairly new. I've not even got to throw this yet. My top water, I've got another Whopper Plopper 90 here. But, it's just a really red crawdad color. Again, I've yet to throw this one. I mean, you can tell it's still still new. And then I've got this one. Well, if I could grab it. And my brother knows more stuff about it, really, because I mean, he's done it longer than I have. Really, and he's going to be doing videos like this as well. So, I mean, it'll be back and forth, and then my father too, him and my sister and my fiance. We're all going to be in it together, putting videos together for y'all, fishing videos, hunting videos, and such. Videos like this, going through what we like during these different seasons, what we like to use, different times of the day, how the water is different from time to time, depth, all that good stuff. But that's all that I've got in my jerkbait box. We'll look at this box, and this one I have got my crankbaits and spinner baits and some jigs in it. I don't know what it is, but as far as crankbaits go, especially in the river, I love throwing a square bill crankbait. There's just nothing like it, and I love throwing this one. I love throwing this chartreuse and black square bill. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this, absolutely, I've caught more fish on this square bill than anything that I've got here, other than soft plastics. I do use quite a bit of soft plastics. And then this one's new. I've not got to throw it yet, but my brother and my father have, and they throw the bigger size of the actual crankbait, and they do catch a lot of fish on it. These crawdads. This is a Berkeley digger. It runs 8.5 feet deep. This is new too. I got this in my Bassmaster membership thing, where they sent me a bag and some baits and stuff for joining Bassmasters, or the Bass team or whatever. But they sent me this, and I've not got to fish anywhere yet where it's been really deep enough for me to use this, because I work all the time. But of course, me doing a lot of river fishing, I do have the Rebel Crawl. I mean, everybody knows Rebel Crawl it's just a fish getter, period. You ain't got a Rebel Crawl in your tackle, it's just, you don't know what's going on. Then this one is a little lighter color for more of a, not so much clear, but more of a milky color when the water's milky, just enough that the fish is having a hard time seeing. I do have the sexy shag colors in the square bill. This one is a Strike King, and this one is a Rick Clun. I think this one's the 2.0, maybe. I'm not for sure on that. And I've got some of the red crawls, different sizes, different types. I have watched a lot of fish be caught on this on different YouTube channels, and in person. I've seen a lot of fish caught on this color. This one, actually, I got in that kit from when I joined Bass. If I can get it loose. And it is the Berkeley Pitbull, and it runs 3.5 feet. This is an awesome springtime, well, pre-spawn, like towards the edge of winter, beginning of spring. This is a good time. That's a good time to throw this crankbait. I've caught a lot of fish on it, especially river fish. I do a lot more river fishing than I do lake fishing. And then this one is, pretty sure it's a Berkeley too, but this is an older crankbait, older style. And this is it's just a regular crankbait instead of the square bill. This one is a Strike King that I know of. I can't get it out. This one I love to throw it in the river. I mean, anything, as long as it's in the strike zone, 3 to 5 foot deep, just right off the edge of the bank, you know, letting this bounce off the bottom. Springtime, wintertime, up into late summer, this crankbait right here has not let me down. Just about every time I have used this crankbait, I have caught fish. And then I do have some leafless crankbaits. Not for sure exactly what they are. My brother ended up buying a bundle. Like there's a bunch in a box. And these was the 2 he gave me. This one here, I'm pretty sure they don't make this one anymore. This is an older, like a Pro Blue lipless. It's got the red triple hooks on it. And then this one is, I mean, it's practically the same thing. It's the red crawdad, the red crawl color. It's just a leafless. This one is another square bill. It's more of a baby bass color, or it's a olive green color. I'm sorry, olive green. I do have a lot of olive green stuff. I like the olive green. This one is a Rick Clun. I'm not for sure which color this is. I know it is a shag color. I'm just not for sure. And then this is a lipless from Berkeley, which I also got in the kit that I bought from Jordan Bass. Not for sure what the size is. I mean, it is a big lipless. Looking forward to throwing this because at one time we did have a Smoky Joe lipless crankbait, and not gonna lie, anytime I went fishing, didn't matter where it was at, I had that lipless crankbait tied on, and I did use it. I said this was a Berkeley lipless. I am sorry, it is a Booyah lipless. It still might be Berkeley, but it is a Booyah lipless. This is a KVD 2.5. It's the square bill. I love throwing this square bill in deep holes of water as I'm kayak fishing in the river, especially like now, springtime. Water's starting to warm up. They're just now coming. They're starting to hit top water now. Actually, the last time I went fishing right here below the house, I did catch 3 on a whopper plopper and ended up missing 2. Anytime, I mean, especially now, this time of year, love throwing this crankbait. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's just an awesome, all around awesome crankbait. And this is for sure a Booyah crankbait. It's a square bill. I like the style of this one. This one has a lot more action to it because the bill is actually more square. I don't know if you can see it good. It's more square than normal, and it has these pits in the top of it where you tie it onto your line. It has a lot more action to it. I've not really got to put it to the test yet as far as being on a trip or fishing on the river, on the lake or something. But without a doubt, this is a nice crankbait. Probably don't run but about 3 feet, 3 to 5, something like that. Jigs, I mean, you can have, I like throwing jigs. That's another thing I like to try to keep with me is jigs really, depending on the time of the year, if the bite is slow, which if you've bass fished a lot, you know, jigs is hard to beat. This is a 1/4 ounce black and blue. I've got a little frog trailer, black with blue flake frog trailer on it. I like to throw it. Everybody knows black and blue does good with everything. And then this is a green pumpkin football head jig. I'm pretty sure this is 3/8, and I have a green pumpkin rage crawl, green pumpkin with black flake rage crawl on it. This is a swim jig. It's pretty sure this is 1/2 ounce swim jig, and I have a 4-inch green pumpkin. I believe it's a Yum. I think that's what it was, a Yum swim bait. This is actually it's actually got a little bit of purple in it here, purple with purple flake. Then I have this one is a football head, or not a football head, I'm sorry. I can't think of what it's called. But anyways, it chartreuse and black, and I've got Rage Crawl on it. Also, it's green pumpkin, black flake. This is pretty well the same thing as a Ned rig jig. This is a 3-inch dinger. It's on a I'm pretty sure this is just a, I think this is a watermelon jig, watermelon color. And then I've got 2 of them. So, and then this one is a peanut butter and jelly football jig. This is a 1/2 ounce jig, and I've just got this swimtail worm on it. I like using this one in the river mostly because I can just, where you get it in some tight places, the fish don't necessarily bite the tail of the worm so much. When they get it, they'll most of the time take the whole thing. Last but not least, as far as lures and stuff go, we'll get into some of these spinnerbaits. And again, I'm not, you have to look over me. I'm not sure what most of them is as far as names and stuff go, but I will get better at it. I do know this one is a Strike King. It's got the Colorado setup, if I could hold on to it. Got the Colorado setup, silver willow blade, a gold willow leaf blade, and a silver teardrop blade. Again, this is new. I've not got to throw it yet, but I am looking forward to it. And then just a chartreuse painted. It's a same thing, Colorado setup, and the willow blade is painted to match the rest of the spinnerbait. Like I said, most of this stuff, this is new too. I'm not about to throw it, but I do know, I have watched enough that the spinnerbaits like this is used more for stained water or muddy water. They can see that painted blade a little better once they get close enough to it. And everybody likes a all white spinnerbait. I mean, who don't like throwing a white spinnerbait? This one is a Strike King. I think it's a number 4. I'm not for sure. I do know it's Strike King though. This is new. And then the Sexy Shad. I know this is a KVD spinnerbait. I think this is, I think it's 1/2 ounce. Might be 3/8. I have caught fish on this. I have used it. I've not used it a lot. Not really as far as being in the right conditions and such to throw a spinnerbait, or especially this spinnerbait. But I have caught fish on this. I do like throwing this color. And here is, I'm not for sure what the color's called again, but you can see it. Well, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's really a really light, like a purple purple color, or a violet, purple violet color. It's got 2 willow leaf setup on it. I've not got to throw this spinnerbait really, but I mean, y'all will get to see it in future videos. Get to see me use all this stuff. And like I said, as time progresses and we keep putting videos and such up, I'll get better at it. I'm just trying to get started out now. And then this is, I think this is just a Bass Pro Shops spinnerbait with the 2 willow leaf setup, silver willow leaves. It's got the spacers in it and such. This is also a sexy shad color. Now we can move on to what I like to fall back on if I really can't figure out what the fish is doing or having a good bite. I like to pull out all of the plastics. I like to keep them with me. This is made mostly as far as river fishing. This is the green pumpkin, this is the pumpkin pepper with green flake young. That's the 3-inch dingers. I mean, you can see I have several packs of them. I mean, they don't let you down. And then here, it's the same thing. It's a dinger. It's 3-inch, but these are the green pumpkin with the purple flake. I'll get one out and let you see. I love it. This is again what I like to come back to. So you can't really tell in this lighting. I gotta get a little bit better lighting, but I mean, all together you can tell it. I mean, it's a pretty good color. I like throwing it. Green pumpkin is probably my favorite color to throw. Green pumpkin, as far as Senkos or these dingers go, I really like to throw. I like to throw mainly a 4-inch dinger or a Senko, but I couldn't find them, and these was all I had, so I just went with it. But these do catch fish just as well as the 4-inch and 5-inch does. This is the power bait, 4-inch. It's a power worm. It's black with the chartreuse swim tail on it. And this is some of the green pumpkin with black flake, Cabin Creek swim worms. I like keeping these on 3/8 or quarter ounce jig head when I'm swimming these. And then we have the June bug, Cabin Creek. It's the swim worms. That's the June bug, and then here's another pack of pumpkin pepper with the green flake. These swim baits here, I've really not got to try out yet. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. These white swim baits, probably on a 3/8 ounce head, shaky head or something, or not a shaky head, but just a regular jig head. And then these Zoom, it's Super Flukes, swimming Super Flukes. They, as far as swim baits goes, the Fluke is probably my favorite. I'm not gonna lie, but I like throwing the solid white or the pearl white Super Flukes. And then in this pack here, which you can imagine I got everything tore off of it, but I'll get one out to show you. This is the black with blue flake baby brush hog, and these, I mean, you just can't go wrong. Anything black with blue flake, or just black and blue period, you can't go wrong with throwing it just about anywhere. And as far as water goes, clear water, muddy water, or stained water, in between, anything black and blue. From my experience, from watching my dad and my brother do it, you can't go wrong with throwing something that's black and blue. And these, which they're out of the pack, is the Strike King Rage Tail, the baby crawls, Rage baby crawls. These, I love throwing these in the river. Fish cannot resist these Rage baby crawls. Especially Texas rigging. Love throwing these in the river. As far as that goes, guys, that wraps up really what the little bit I have on my fishing collection, which, like I said at the beginning of the video, I am just starting out. I'm new to this. It's gonna keep getting better and better as time progresses. Like I said, my brother, my father, my fiance, my sister, Blankenship Outdoors, we're gonna be bringing more videos. Probably, we'd like to start bringing new videos at least once a week. Right now, we're gonna mainly focus on fishing videos, and then throughout the year, we're gonna do hunting videos and such, and back and forth. And then that's when we'll start going back and forth between hunting and fishing. So looking forward to getting some of that out to y'all, get it recorded and stuff. Again, like I said, throughout, like about halfway through the video, things I've done wrong, or stuff that you'd like to know more about, leave comments in the description. Let me know, that way I can fix whatever I've done wrong and such. Hit the like button, hit subscribe. I'm going to try to get another bass fishing video to you this week. Probably going to be my brother videoing, catching some bass. Not sure if he'll go river fishing or go fish a pond, or he might go fish RD. But we will get that out to you this week. And yeah, that pretty well wraps it up. Oh, my glasses, I mean, they're nothing special. You can get them at Walmart. They was Strike King. But yeah, as far as that goes, I hope y'all did enjoy what I've got to show you, what little bit I've got as far as my fishing arsenal goes. Again, we're going to get another video out to you this week of us catching some bass. Been looking for that video. Again, hit the like and the subscribe button. Leave comments. Let me know. Let us know what you'd like to see. What you'd like to see us talk about. Challenges, and different things. leave it in the comments. We will get back to you. But until then, good job, happy fishing, and remember to keep an eye out for Blankenship Outdoors.